Can you hear those cicadas? Oh my god. But they make everything worth it. Every idea I get feels like it's life-changing, and there's so much energy around a new idea. And so then that translates into art. In the past few paintings, my ideas have been a little more tame and more reserved, which I enjoy. From sometimes I need to kind of contain myself and keep it simple for a number of different reasons. But this time I just don't have that energy right now. I have a lot of aggression. I feel really aggressive, and I want to express that in the art, and I want to really showcase a lot of my concepts. So sometimes conceptual art can be very hard to digest because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's taking a really insane idea and then seeing how you can make it look good. How can you turn a crazy idea into create something that someone would actually want, right? I keep that in mind for sure. The first thing is, do I like it? Do I want it? Do I want to paint it? And then, of course, as you go along, you're like, is anyone going to want to buy this thing? Because at the end of the day, I got to sell it, and I want to find a home for this idea. And sometimes you can't worry about that too much, but it's always in the back of your mind. And right now, with these ideas, I think that takes a back seat. Will someone want to buy this? That premise is in the back seat right now. I don't care if someone wants to buy this. I just want something crazy. It took on a life of its own, and I don't know. So there's so much there's so much energy around time travel gone wrong. So it's still kind of the same universe, right? I was doing time travel in the last couple paintings you saw,
And now I'm moving into a world where we got to add one element. It went off the rails. This painting went off the rails, and I forgot what that feels like, because it's been a few months since I kind of let myself loose in this regard, where I'm not really sticking to a pre-thought out path. I'm gonna like use that reference as a starting point, and the finishing point is we're gonna be departing from that. So crazy day.
Last time I said I was rushing, and that didn't sit with me right. I'm not rushing. There's a better way to describe it. I'm just being aggressive. I mentioned that I'm just pressing hard, and I think as an artist, when you should be aggressive when you're cleaning your workspace, be aggressive when you're starting an idea. And because once that idea takes shape, it creates a really positive energy that then can propel the painting, A, to finish, but B, you'll start seeing some life into it. And that aggression can really spawn the essence of a painting, the life force. My aggression today really all of a sudden took a floating idea in my mind and it brought it to life. And that's why I think it's so close to saying rushing. But it's not, I feel like I'm just using the energy, and the energy is aggressive. That's why I wanted to distinguish that. So you can see I've finally thrown him back into the Super Mario Brothers world. And that was kind of the plan all along. And then as I went, I started deleting it. I wasn't sure, but I thought if it's more of an 8-bit but 3D realm, right? This was the original idea. I just never knew how chaotic he would get. I really like what I have. And then it's just about making it good. When Homer has traveled to this dimension, it went wrong. Something went wrong in that process. He got spat out into Super Mario's, but he didn't make it. Something went wrong. And so here he is, but the process of time travel into this dimension didn't go as planned. I think that's so great. David Cronenberg's The Fly, right? Jeff Goldblum builds this machine to teleport, I believe, and it doesn't go to plan, and it becomes like a body horror classic. The concept's not original, but when I'm actually just painting with oil, and then that's the concept that I want to execute about time traveling gone AWOL, now my brain says, what other unsuccessful time traveling debacles can I create? And that's where it's endless. It's endless. And when it's endless and I'm attached to the idea, I get so excited. I get so wound up. And I think in the past, a lot of the time that my skills couldn't match my ideas. So like my concepts, I didn't have the technical ability or the ability to paint my ideas and match what I saw in my mind. I am not there anymore. I can paint I can match my concepts, and my execution and my final product now actually exceeds my expectations. And in the past, it wouldn't. One of the tricks for that is that, okay, so when I had this laid out yesterday, it's not that I would stop in the past, but there's only so much I could do. Now I just can keep refining. It's for as long as I want. And when I'm really excited about an idea, I'm going to refine for a while. And Homer Simpson is such an iconic character. And now there's a subplot. I mentioned earlier how interested I am in AI and how it's reflecting in my art these days. But also, like, right now in these times, there's a lot of chatter about like banning social media or really pushing back on AI. And so there's just a lot of content and context and debate. But one of those underlying issues about that is just how impactful social media is on everyone. And that's what been for the last 15 years people have been talking about that. But I think I'm just seeing it in my own world where like this mashup, this ungodly creature is a part of me that has been, completely consumed by social media. I'm totally getting devoured by it. And how can I incorporate that in my art? I'm obsessed with time travel, and now I'm obsessed with time traveling gone wrong. I'm excited for us to go through the next one together and see where that goes. I hope that you get some takeaways from my painting, the techniques and stuff, but really I think what I've always been obsessed with are the idea behind everything. And so that's why I wanted to do these videos, so that you can see behind the scenes of how the idea starts to transform and the momentum it gets and where it's going to go. And that's the exciting part for me especially about these concepts, and then executing them, and then what follows after that original idea. That is the most exciting part about creating for me.